students would learn in class. Okay, you have this given pest, and this homeowner wants to control it A, B, or C. Which one would you choose and why? Which one would be the least destructive to the environment? And so there was a synergy that I found through collaboration. I will confess and I will admit that initially when I was given a teaching appointment, I thought they were going to take away some extension. No, we're just adding to your plate. And I kind of didn't like that. I was kind of set on the, all right, tunnel vision, publish or perish, publish or perish. And I found that later on I was appreciative of this collaborative effort, this multitasking that I had to do. And again, not to be repetitive, but my extension efforts were enhanced because of my research. Grower A would say, I'm having problems with this particular rice weevil. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the weevils in my research. Oh, what'd you find out? And I would share that. So my research was applied research to help the stakeholders, the commercial growers as well as the homeowners. So I very much believe in the collaborative efforts. Okay. Why Prairie View A&M? I desire to continue to serve in an administrative role. Some people have said, well, why? Oftentimes people and the dean may agree, sometimes people would look at administrators as you're on your last leg. But early on when I was a department chair, and then later on when I became interim division director, I derived a great sense of professional satisfaction when I would see faculty or colleagues achieve success. When they would get a paper published, whether I was a co-author or not, or whether a grant was funded, I knew how much work they put into the grant proposal. And so there was a sense of pride and satisfaction. Kind of a similar pride that one would feel as a parent, perhaps, for a child that achieves something. And I'm not at all implying that faculty are children, but we're kind of a family in this organizational unit. And so part of that pride, I wanted to continue serving in that capacity where I could help individuals achieve their professional goals. And that's why I applied for this position. And I seek to serve at an institution that has its own unique set of strengths and challenges, one that has a smaller, more personal view. And the more I dug into Prairie View and the college, the more I liked it, the more I liked what I read about it. Okay, leadership approach. Yes, this is an administrative position. As I mentioned again to the search committee, and this is going to sound repetitive to what we had talked about this morning, I'm an advocate for the faculty and the staff. That's one of the things that I look at as an administrator. Faculty and staff will support a researcher, will support an administrator who they feel has their back. I may not agree with everything that administrator does, but if they know that the administrator has their back, and I'm an advocate for the faculty and staff. What do I mean by that? I want to be aware of their programs, what they're accomplishing, the challenges those programs may have, and their professional needs. Can I do something? Do I have the resources, the ability to enhance Scientist A project? I support and respect their specific areas of responsibility. In the Division of Plant Sciences, we have a large plant genomics group. And yes, they're housed in the newest building. And yes, they have the newer labs. And so I had a teacher that taught a course in flower arranging. It was one of the majors. And she felt her area was not appreciated. And I said, Mary Ann, we appreciate your class because your class in flower arranging has the highest undergraduate enrollment than all the other classes. Her class was wildly popular. She had to open up more sections. It brought students into the division and exposed them to other aspects of plant sciences, crop production, turf management, certainly plant genomics, because they would take some of these other courses. Entomology, yes. And so, Mary Ann, I appreciate your course. And so there was a reaffirmation of everyone's contributions. I didn't want to prioritize them. And they thought that administrators often do. I encourage excellence and will champion their achievements. In the monthly email newsletter that I would write, I would recognize those individuals that published a paper, those individuals that had a field day out at one of our farms or centers, those individuals that did a project in flower arranging. Yeah, congratulated them on their achievements. And in my monthly meeting with the dean, Bruce, what's going on in the Division of Plant Sciences? I would refer to this newsletter. Dean, this is what some folks in the division have accomplished in the past month or the past 6 months. Similarly, no person or discipline area to feel disenfranchised regarding the division's efforts toward research, teaching, and extension. Again, they would often say, Bruce, how come you're always at our faculty meetings talking about budget woes? And the dean would probably say, because that's what we're dealing with, budget woes. But I would try to incorporate and not let any aspect. I didn't want our undergraduate program to feel like they were being ignored. Communication. I'm big on communication as a leader. I embrace the philosophy that faculty and staff input is needed and expected. I encourage individuals to speak up. I encourage the expression and ideas and opinions in order to reach a mutual understanding. And I was asked what style of leadership? Egalitarian.